Hey guys, how's it going? So today we are going to take a look at Fallout 4. Now I've been playing the game for the past 4 or 5 days. I started playing it on the 9th and it is today the 14th. So depending on when I upload this video, I have been playing it for 4 or 5 days. Currently I've put in like 30 hours into the game, and I have come to the how can I say, the conclusion that I want. I have seen enough of the game in order to be able to say that I know what I think about the game. And today I am going to show you guys everything that is good about the game, everything that is bad about the game, and in the end I am going to give you my opinion of the game, whether you should play it or not. So, first off, full disclosure, I have hacked the game in order to make my city bigger. The first issue that I have with the game, and there are many, trust me, is that the game limits you to the amount that you can build. So you see there at the top right, there is a size bar. Each and every item that you build, so let's say I want to put a chair here, for instance. Let's say I want to put this chair here. Then the bar at the top right moves ever so slightly, and then once we put something else, it moves again. So basically each and every item that you put into your zone, and I will show you guys the zone here quickly, just cancel that. There's a green zone. You see there at the side there's a green zone. So everything, all of the items that are in this green zone counts towards the maximum size of your base that you are allowed to build. So all the way over there, and then the boundary comes here. You cannot build anything outside that boundary. So the boundary is quite fucking massive. You see, I haven't built anything on this side, nothing here. That was pre-constructed, so it doesn't count as a building for me. Basically, you are allowed a certain amount of stuff that you can build. Even the fences, like each one of these fences counts as one item. This is another item, this is another item. So even your fences count towards this maximum. So anyway, in my opinion, the maximum amount of items that you are allowed to build in your entire city is way too little in order to actually build a nice size city. If I did not hack the size that you are allowed to build, then probably only that building with all of the cannons and all of my fruits, and probably up to this side. Basically my entire village would be cut in half, with that entire side being allowed, and the entire side from here on to the right would not be allowed. That's basically the size limitation, how constrictive the size limitation in this game is. So I really don't know why Bethesda, which is of course the creators of the game, I don't know why Bethesda chose to do that. I mean, why would they limit you to the amount of objects that you can place in a certain area? The obvious, how can I say, the obvious reason would be to prevent lag, because there would be too many things going on in a certain area. But I am running the game at 40 frames per second right now on ultra. I have everything on high, so as you see the game here, this is the best quality that can possibly be, except for shadows. I did not put shadows on full, but everything else is on ultra, even the view distance. So as you see the game here, my PC can play it fine, and I have more than double the amount of objects that they allow you to put into the game. I have more than double. I have a shitload of generators here at the back, and each one of those generators has a cable attached to it. Even the cables count towards the amount of items that you are allowed to build. So even the fucking cables, even these lights, all of these lights here count toward the maximum. Even the walls that you build, even the fruit that you build counts towards the maximum. So in my opinion, that's absolutely bullshit. That is why I removed the maximum, and that is the first problem that I have against the game, since people who don't hack the game will have a far inferior, how can I say, experience, since Bethesda, of course, all the way through the fucking promotion for the game, they have said you can build an amazing city, and you can build and defend against the raiders, and they made it all look so fucking epic. And it is epic, but it is not epic when you are fucking limited to only being able to build 100 items or 120 items, because the limit is really low. It's incredibly low. So yeah, my village is bigger than what you would normally be able to have, because I changed the way the game works, and basically I allowed myself to have more than the normal allowable size. I will put a link with a short description to making the hack work in the description of this video, so that you guys can also be able to do this. Okay, so that is my first problem with the game. I don't know why they fucking limited you. By the way, my PC is not a top of the line PC. It has a 660 Ti graphics card, which, like, I think it costs like $250. It's really not an expensive graphics card. And then I have 16 gigs of RAM, and that's basically it. A i5 processor. So really not an amazing PC. And I already have way more than what is the allowed rate, and my PC is still handling the processing of all of these objects absolutely fine. So to be honest with you, I have no fucking idea why they made it so that you are limited. So with that out of the way, this is my village. This is the starting village. I started the game here and I built it up quite a lot, but I still have a shitload of other villages. Basically, if I can go through everything with you guys, obviously I treat you guys watching this video as people who have never played the game before, so I'm going to explain everything. So here I have built a few wire fences to stop any of the raiders getting into my village. The NPCs, also known as the enemies, cannot jump, so they cannot jump over these fences, so it's not necessary to build a huge fucking fence. So I just walled off there, and then I built this huge shacks. I built 3 of these shacks. As you can see at the top right, I have 22 bed spaces available and only 12 people in my village, so my village is way bigger than what it actually needs to be. Then I built a shitload of miniguns over here, machine guns. I've built artillery, which we will get into a little bit later, and a shitload of fruit over here and water over here, and that's basically everything that your village needs. You basically only need water, food, living spaces, and then also defensives. So I will show you guys how quick and easy it is to build a little place. So you go to structures, you go to prefabs, you select like the biggest fucking thing that you can possibly get, basically, which I did, and you place it there. There we go, we built one, and then we go to furniture, and you build a few beds, like a bed there, bed there, bed there, so you fill it up with beds. And then you go to resources, and you put a bunch of water. Basically, I don't know why. Okay, no, sorry, that was my mistake. That is concrete. You can't build it on concrete, so we build it on the ground. It has to be in dirt. So you build a bunch of water, basically. You can see at the top left my water increasing. And then you place a bunch of food. Let me just see what kind of food I have. Mud fruit. Basically, you pick up the seeds in the game while you are out in the game exploring. So then you come back and you plant the fruit or the grain. You get grain, you get mud fruit, you get potatoes, you get melons, you get gourds, you get corn, and you get carrots. So you can plant a variety of stuff. And then you grab one of your people. Let's see, where are they? I just need one of the guys that aren't busy doing something right now. Okay, this guy isn't doing anything, so you just select him with E. While you are in the building tab, you have to be in the building tab, of course. And then you go over to the place where you want him to work. And then at the bottom left you can see assign. And then you just click E, and that will assign him. Okay, well, it's not assigning him. Okay, there we go. So it assigned him to that space. And then you can see at the top left, this resource is now assigned. So then that guy will come over eventually once he gets off his ass, and he will come and tend to this food. And then besides that, all that you need is defensives. So you just basically build a few of these little automated defense turrets. You just build a few in strategical positions like this and that, and that's it. There you have a fully functioning building, and your people will then go and inhabit that building. Just as long as they have food, they have water, and they have defenses and a place to sleep, then that will attract settlers into your area. And I already have 12 settlers in this area. So yeah, that's basically how the building section of this game works, the building mechanic of this game. And all throughout the anticipation, through the building, the media campaign that Bethesda put out for Fallout 4, they have lauded the building mechanic in this game as being a massive part of the game, and it's so great. You can defend your area, you can make an area your own and defend it against raiders. But to be honest, this mechanic is massively over, how can I say, they put too much hype into it. It is way too much hyped up, because your villages gets attacked once in a fucking blue moon. It's like once every hour, perhaps, a village would be attacked. And this village here has only been attacked once. In 30 hours of gameplay, it has only been attacked once. So I spent easily 2 or 3 hours building this entire place. It might not seem like it, but to be honest, all of these electrical connections took quite a while. You have to go out into the world, collect steel, copper, basically a shitload of stuff that you need to collect in order to build all of this stuff. And that is the longest part. That takes the longest, the collection of all of these things. There are many hours of collection that I have spent into building this whole place. So that is basically the building mechanic. I don't want to spend too long on it because it's really not very awesome. And it's even less awesome, as I've said, if you are limited to only being able to build a small fucking village. That is why I removed that limitation. And you basically, from my generators, which you already saw all the way over there, basically from there I ran cables all the way on these power pylons with the cables all the way over here. Each one of these are individual lighting cells, you could say. I already put a picture of this on my Facebook and Twitter. And then I put it in a serial connection at the back here. Serial is obviously much better than just connecting each and every one of them individually. And I have to say, the electrical connections in this game and the way that the electrical connections works is pretty good. It's pretty, how can I say, self-explanatory. Even a monkey would be able to build your basic electrical connection in this game, because you basically just need a power source, which is way over there. You then basically just, through connecting it to these power pylons, bring the power over here to this power pylon, and then you connect it to each of the different things that you want. The coloring of these things was a little bit more difficult because you have to connect a terminal, which is just over there. You have to connect a terminal to it, and then you have to tell each and every box to be a different color. So that was a little bit more difficult, but pretty cool overall to have your name in shining neon lights. So yeah, that is the building area. I will now go into the world, and okay, let's just exit the building screen here. I will now go out into the world. Let me just first show you guys how the power armor works. I am currently in power army. So the game has power armor. That is one very cool piece that was added in Fallout 4. This is my female character. She has a shitload of armor on, although the armor design is not really all that smart, since if you look at my left armor, it doesn't seem as if I have anything equipped on my left arm. But when we go into my inventory, you will indeed see on my left arm I have something equipped there, but it doesn't reflect on my actual character. So certain things in the game don't really reflect on your character all that well, which is a little bit sad, because it's always cool if you can make your character look like a badass with huge shoulder plates and chest armor and glowy things and all of that, but unfortunately you should not expect that in this game, since it is quite dull. Most of the armor in the game is brown or black, and as you can see here, after playing 30 hours, I've just been able to make my character seem a little bit brown, and that's basically, you shouldn't expect any shiny things. And I have quite a few legendary items equipped. The star there denotes a legendary item, so that is a legendary item, that's a legendary item, and both of my arms have legendary items equipped. My chest is a legendary item, and my right leg is a legendary item. But you certainly wouldn't think that my chest is a legendary item just by looking at it, would you? So yeah, the item design on your actual camera, on your actual character is quite dull, to be honest. So yeah, this is the character. I'm quite slow at the moment because I am over encumbered. I'm actually my inventory is full. So normally you would play the game like this, and you run around and shoot and all of that. But or at least I am going to spend the majority of this playthrough for the video in the power armor. And you construct the power armor by collecting different pieces throughout the game. I have collected, where's my inventory? Let's see, can I see it from here? No, I don't. I think I can, but anyway, I have collected the most powerful pieces in the game, T60 armor. You start out with T45, if I have it correct. T45 is your basic power armor, but I have already collected T65 armor, and I have upgraded the T65 armor to the third highest rank that it can go. And basically you upgrade it by going to this power armor station, and then you just basically upgrade it. As easy as that. In order to upgrade it, you need to increase your perks. Now this is the perk chart. I posted the link to this perk chart like, I don't know, easily 2 months ago, I would say, on my Twitter and Facebook. So basically you have stats. It works exactly the same as Fallout 3, wherein you have special, S-P-E-C-I-A-L. So that of course spells special, and you basically have, like, let's say I have 4 strength, then you can go down 1, 2, 3, 4 levels up until here. You can see here at the side 4 levels, and you can then put it on this. In order to be able to put it on this skill here, you first need to increase your strength to 5. So you get the general idea. And at the very beginning I increased my perception to 10, intelligence to 10, and my agility to 4. And since then I have increased the other stuff as as I saw fit. I am a professional hacker and professional locksmith, since you get a shitload of XP out of locksmithing and being a hacker. So I highly suggest you get those 2 skills, locksmith and hacker. But the thing that I actually want to show you guys is by combining gun nut, armorer, blacksmith, scientist, and nuclear physicist. By combining all of those things, you are then able to increase the power of your power armor by using those. You can of course make yourself stronger, like instead of making the power armor stronger, you can make yourself stronger by investing more into these kind of skills, like strength will make you deal more melee damage. Things like commando will make your automatic weapons deal more damage. You can befriend animals, like wild animals, and they will fight beside you. So there's a bunch of different routes that you can go. Basically you can increase plasma damage, sniper rifle damage, automatic rifle damage, shotguns you can increase, a shitload of stuff. So I am really quite impressed by the basically different amount of ways, you could almost call it talent trees, that you have, and you cannot specialize in everything. I'm not too sure what the maximum level is. I think the maximum level is 50, since my highest skill so far that I can see is 44. That one requires 44, so I can only assume that the highest possible skill level that you can get in the game is level 50, but I might be incorrect. But I am level 32 currently. After playing for more than 30 hours, I am level 32. So, yeah, I am quite impressed by the different choices that you get. You can go full on just melee attack, or you can go with miniguns. Oh, that's another thing I should actually show you guys. all of the different weapons. Let's just get out of the power armor so that you guys can see the actual models on the weapons, and then we will equip different weapons. I have a few quite big weapons lined up for you guys here. So the first is the minigun. Obviously in Fallout 3 there was also the minigun, and this is the minigun. It shoots quite quickly, and I have to say the effects in the game are quite nice. I am really not a fan of the graphics. The graphics, in my opinion, is shitty, like really shitty, compared to things like Witcher 3, but we will get to that at a later stage. So this is the minigun, and I like the dust effects that pop up from the ground. I also very much like the explosion effects in the game, and we will get to see that in just a little while. This is a 50 caliber sniper rifle, and you get a night vision scope with it, which you can customize the gun. It doesn't come standard with a night vision scope. You can actually customize it by putting more skills into the gun nut. That skill there, you just put on gun nut, and then you can customize your weapons. So this is actually a quite customized 50 caliber rifle. And then it is also silenced, of course, because why would you want your weapon to be loud as all hell? So that is the silenced 50 cal with night vision. This is the first person view. I play 95% of the game in first person view. I just like the first person view more. But one thing is, in my opinion, Bethesda have made the first person weapon models way too huge, like hilariously too huge, and you can see it when you equip something like this. I mean, look at fucking this. It is blocking out 30% of my fucking screen. How could Bethesda think that this is at all reasonable? You can't block out 30% of your fucking screen. That's just ridiculous. But this is the Fat Man. Obviously it was also in whatchamacallit, in Fallout 3, so it shoots mini nukes. So here we go, we are gonna shoot. I only have 6 of this ammo, so the ammo is quite rare. So we are going to shoot one, and it creates a massive fucking nuclear explosion. And even if you go to that area right now, you will get some radiation damage since it shoots a nuke. And we will shoot one more. So that effect, the explosion effect, I really quite like. That looks really quite awesome in the game. And then we also get the missile launcher. This is once again a customized missile launcher, and once again it takes up at least 30% of your fucking view. So that's once again something that I don't like at all of the game. The weapon models are way too huge. And we shoot one and you see it explode. Normally you would have to reload after each and every shot, but I have customized this one to the point where you can actually load 3 at a time. So that's pretty fucking awesome. I have to say the customization, weapon customization in this game, I quite like. I really like that actually. So yeah, that is in my opinion the coolest weapons in the game. There's also an ice ray which basically freezes your opponents, but that's not really all that awesome. The Fat Man is by far cooler. And this is the weapon that I use throughout the game. I got it at round about my 10th hour of play, and I have used it for the past 20 hours of play. And of course I have customized it to the point where it is just crazy powerful. This thing deals as much as the sniper rifle basically. Deals 70 damage with a single shot. and the sniper rifle deals 80 damage. But you can see the fire rate on the sniper rifle is 3, and on this it is basically automatic. It says 50, but it is basically unlimited fire rate. As soon as I click, it will shoot. So it's essentially automatic fire rate. So I've customized this weapon to be the most powerful, even more powerful than a sniper rifle with a single shot, and it is essentially automatic. So that's why I fucking love this weapon. I use this weapon more than what I use the minigun, for instance. And I mean, the minigun only deals 8, so you have to shoot 8 minigun bullets before you get a single one of these bullets. So it's quite fucking awesome. And you will see that all of the characters and anything that moves essentially will show up as red, and at night it shows up as a very dark red. That is because I, of course, as I showed you guys, by combining all of these things like the science, robotics expert, nuclear physicist, armorer and blacksmith, by combining all of that, you can make your armor, your suit of armor, this suit of armor here, you can make it much more powerful. And there on top of my helmet I have a sensor which senses movement. So anything that moves or lives, or the turrets even, they show up as a bright red, which is extremely helpful. Like really, the game becomes so much more fucking awesome once you get this modification. And of course you can only get the modification if you have put the perks into the places where I have said. So let's go out into the world and kick some ass. I've already showed you guys basically everything that I want to show you, so from here on out I will just basically be discussing the rest of the game, the quests, the graphics, and all of the content that there is. Let's see which one I want to do. I guess we can go do this one there. So let's go ahead and do that. So as you can see, the fucking loading times in the game is quite horrifically large. It's like horrifically large. Sometimes you can wait up to 20 seconds, 25 seconds for the load time. So yeah, in my opinion the load time is way too long, which is pretty shitty if you think about it. I mean, these days, fucking 2015, you're not supposed to have games that... Am I hearing something? You're not supposed to have games that have fucking 20-second loading times. I mean, if perhaps you think that it is just my PC that's loading so long, then think again, because I played Witcher 3 on high, not on ultra, but on high, which is the second highest graphics setting, and it ran absolutely beautifully. 60 frames per second, almost never went under 60 frames per second, and the loading times in that, which is a game with much higher graphics, was like a few seconds each and every time. Never in your life would you have a 20-second loading time in Witcher 3. So I mean, it's how can one company, which is of course both of them are AAA games, so that's why I am wow, this was a trap actually. That thing would have blown me to hell. Why where was I? Both of them are AAA games, games like Call of Duty, basically
Guess they aren't gonna need that
Witcher 3, Fallout, Metal Gear Solid 5. All of those games are AAA games. Millions of dollars are spent in designing and developing them. So why is a game like Witcher 3, which has vastly superior graphics than this game, why do I need to kill this guy? Yes. Why does a game like that have like 2-3 second loading times, and this game has 20-second loading times? I mean, it just doesn't fucking make sense. And by the way, holy shit, by the way, I am not the only one who thinks that Bethesda have majorly slipped up on this game. That guy was actually a boss. Clutch. I'm not going to name names, but a lot of people have the opinion that this game isn't as good as what it was hyped up to be. And also regarding some websites, oh shit, I accidentally shot my own guy. Regarding some websites giving this game 9.5 and 9, and some of them even gave 10 out of 10. That is absolute bullshit. This game is not at all a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 game. Anyone with a brain would see the mistakes, huge mistakes, that are in this game. This game is absolutely riddled with bugs. Fucking riddled. Like you would not believe. I am certain that we are going to encounter a few bugs in this game, in this playthrough, because through the past 3 hours or so, I mean, look at that. Why the fuck is she just standing there? Why is she huddled in a fucking corner? Look at that. She's just fucking standing there. The AI in this game is fucking retarded. Like, I can fucking shoot. It's not like she doesn't see me or hear me. I can shoot everywhere to make my presence known, and she's just standing there. And you shoot her, and then she's still fucking just standing there. This game is so fucking ridiculously bugged, it's not even funny. I don't really know why or how they managed to charge $60 for this game, because really, in my opinion, this is not a $60 game. Perhaps if they kept the game in development for another month, like at least a month, at fucking least a month, then perhaps this game would have been able to rightfully charge $60. But in its current state, there's no fucking way. This is like the first purchase in a long while that I actually regret. Because paying $60 for a game in this condition is just, it's daylight robbery, like no jokes. This game is not a $60 game. Games like Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, I think, is the newest Call of Duty. Games like that can rightfully charge $60, and they do, because they are very nicely flushed out. There's very few bugs. Through my entire over 100 hours that I have played Witcher 3 during the past month or so, or more than a month at least, during that 100 hours at least, I have encountered maybe 5 bugs, maybe 5 different bugs, and none of them were game breaking, except for one, which was where I couldn't complete a quest because the NPC either got lost along the way, or the NPC just didn't show up where the NPC should have. But that's one quest. Look at that, how fucking awesome this mod is that I was telling you guys about. Like, If you have this mod on your helmet, you can see so fucking far, it's not even funny. And the fact that you can see that far just proves to you guys that I'm running this game on full graphics with full draw distance. The draw distance is like full. You cannot put the draw distance higher. So anyway, the fact that a game like Witcher 3 only has 5 bugs in 100 hours plus of playtime really proves that that game deserves to charge $60. But in the past 30 hours that I've played this game, I have seen at least 10 bugs, at least. And one of them was game breaking, where I got stuck, like with the textures. I was walking and jumping over obstacles like this, and there was the one where I couldn't move. I like literally couldn't move anymore. I pressed space and jump and fucking tried everything. I even tried to exit my armor because I was inside my power armor. It wouldn't allow me to exit my power armor. I received the error message at the top left where it said oh fuck, I wasn't supposed to kill them. That was a guard. I received the error where it said can't do that right now. So it didn't even allow me to exit my power armor, which would have cleared up the bug, the error or whatever. So I had to load a previous save, which luckily I set the game to autosave every 5 minutes, luckily. But
What the hell is wrong with you?
yeah, sorry, I fucking
Come on out.
didn't want to do that.
I'll make
I accidentally killed that guard, and it might not be good in the long run because it's like the main city. So anyway, I had to jump back 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes, and yeah, that was a game-breaking bug. And since then, I haven't tried to act like a monkey. I don't jump over obstacles anymore. I rather go around obstacles, because if you jump over obstacles, there is a very good chance that you will get stuck, because there is no unstuck mechanic. Oh, this is a trap right here. Fucking good that I saw it, because there's probably like a grenade or something around here. Is there a mine or something? Sometimes there's traps like this, and then there's a mini nuke or a mini nuke mine. Once I got hit by a mini nuke mine, and from 100% health it killed me, like instantly killed me, because of course a mini nuke is that thing that I shot at the very beginning with Fat Man. Fat Man basically shoots mini nukes, and you get mini nuke traps where if you trigger the trap, then a mini nuke explodes. So that is absolutely not a pleasant experience. So sometimes you get hit by those fucking traps, which I like. I like the game throwing little curveballs like that towards you. So yeah, the thing about the bugs, I am not at all happy with the quality of this game. It should really have stayed in development for at least another month, just to fucking clear out all of these bugs, because there's a massive amount of bugs. I mean, we already saw one of them, and I can bet you a lot that we are going to see even more. Oh, these guys are bad guys. Well, you're dead bad guys now. Fucking hell, it was at 1. Hey, let's try out the... whatchamacallit, maybe, the Fat Man. Boon them. So yeah, I like the weapons in the game. Obviously, I also liked the weapons from Fallout 3, and I like the Fallout genre in general. the Fallout game. Fallout 3 I really liked, and this game is better than Fallout 3. There's more content, it's bigger, the graphics are slightly better, not hugely but slightly better, but this is 2015. If this game in its current state was released a few years ago, like when Fallout 3 was released, then this game would certainly have gotten like fucking Game of the Year awards, basically. The same as what Fallout 3 got. I think Fallout 3 also got Game of the Year awards. So then it would have been rightfully so. But this is 2015. This game is not polished enough. It's not good graphics. It doesn't have good graphics to qualify as a 2015 AAA title. Games like fucking Witcher 3 and Metal Gear Solid 5, that is the type of graphics that a AAA title in 2015 is supposed to have. The graphics of this game is really shitty actually. It's just a little step above Fallout 3. It's not really anything to be all that impressed about. So the fact that they charge, once again, I am going to keep coming back to the price. This game is not worth $60 because it doesn't fucking... Oh, this is a legendary. Legendary NPCs are quite stronger. They're like at least 3 times stronger than normal NPCs. Or enemies at least. I fucking shot that guy and his head popped off. So yeah. What the fuck? Oh. The fact that this game doesn't have the type of graphics that you would expect from a AAA title is just another thing that makes me not really like this game. This legendary guy, by the way, legendary guys drop legendary items, at least one legendary item. So this is a legendary item. Once you loot the legendary item, interface comes up where you can actually inspect the thing. But I mean, this certainly doesn't look like a legendary item, but indeed it increases the sweet spot while picking locks now. The lock picking mechanic, as you already see, I already picked a few locks. The lock picking mechanic in this game works exactly the same as in Fallout 3, and it works exactly the same as in Skyrim. So yeah, where's my guy? That's another thing. The fucking companions in this game, like this guy, Preston Garvey, the companions also suffer from retardation. The same thing as what the NPCs do. You've already seen the NPCs in the game are fucking dumb. They just stand and look at you with a daft look on their face while you shoot at them most of the times, or some of the times. And unfortunately the companions also suffer from that type of retardation. I mean, now the whole time that I fought those guys, he wasn't here. So for the past few minutes I had to fucking fend for myself because of his stupidity. And what if it was a fight where I wasn't able to deal with the fight? Then I would have died just because of my companion not being at my side. And my frames just dropped to like 25 there. You probably saw the stuttering on the video. That's another thing. The how can I say? The streamlining in the game really isn't good. There are constant frame drops, like from nothing. Sometimes, especially while building, I saw it while building. I'm standing still in a city and I build. So I'm just going through the menu of the stuff that I can build. Nothing, not even moving or anything like that. And then all of a sudden there's a massive fucking frame drop. Oh shit. Fucking mine. And then there's a massive frame drop. Now that is some kind of a memory bottleneck, as they call it, or something that is wrong in the game. Which, once again, like I said, if they have just spent another month, maybe, clearing those problems up, then this game would have been much better. It would have been a much more competent game. But because they fucking released the game in such a shitty state, those bugs are there, and the memory bottlenecks are there. So, yeah. Holy shit, is that the guy? Yeah. Okay, and there the frames just dropped to 5. Just now, the fucking frames dropped to 5. And you would have absolutely seen a stuttering there in the video. So, yeah, the fucking game is stuttering. It's full of bugs. Fuck, someone is attacking me. Fucking legendary Ghoul Stalker. Luckily I got him with a few headshots there, otherwise he would have booned me. And he didn't even drop a legendary item.
You're nothing.
What the fuck? So yeah, full of bugs, full of idiot NPCs like this. I mean, why the fuck was he walking here like a fucking moron? I'm telling you guys, I might sound like I'm whining, but the game is not worth $60. It's not even worth being called the AAA title. Fucking hell. So yeah, that's already quite a few black marks against the game in my opinion. But, like I said, if the game was released a few years ago, and where is the guy? Oh, and the standards of games were at the standards of a few years ago, then this game certainly would have been much better received, because it is just a sorry fact that ever since games like Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, all of those types of games were released, the competition is just so stiff in the market for $60 games that only an amazing game, which is really good graphics, no bugs or very few bugs, very long playtime, lots of content, and basically open world, because all of these games are open world, like Witcher 3 or Metal Gear Solid. All of those games are worthy of being called AAA games. And yeah, unfortunately this game just doesn't... Oh, there's another legendary. Unfortunately, this game just doesn't even hold a candle towards them. Not in any of the aspects. Not in any of the fucking aspects that makes the other games good. Is Fallout 4 able to compete with them. The graphics isn't on par. The production quality isn't on par. The mouth movements and the mouth animation, I haven't been able to show that to you guys yet, but I will show you guys when I actually accept the quest. In fact, let's go get the quest maybe. The mouth movements is horrible. It's not synced at all. I already uploaded a video of it to my channel, and it's just so shitty. I have no idea how the team that was working on the mouth movements for this game wasn't already fired. I hope they were fucking fired, because the mouth movements are just so shitty. It fucking is crazy. Let's see, where the fuck is that quest? There we go. And I have 2 level ups. Let's go do this quest. Come on. Oh, I haven't been there yet, so I need to walk there. Okay, that sucks a little bit. Let's go here then. Boom. So, yeah. the mouth movements is very good, very bad. I don't have a problem with the actual voice acting. The voice acting is relatively good. I don't have a problem with that. It's just the voice acting isn't synced with the actual mouth movements. I don't think she's going to have a cutscene with me. Yeah, no, she didn't have a cutscene with me. But in the scenes where you have a cutscene, like maybe this guy will have a cutscene now, come on.
Hey.
What is it?
What now?
I'll let you know if I hear of any settlements that need our help. In the meantime, make sure to offer help to anyone that needs it. That can only help our cause.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want to talk to me actually. So, once we get the cutscene, I will remind you guys to just look at the mouth. The mouth movements are hugely out of sync, like massively. And it's really quite distracting to me. Other people haven't complained, but I certainly don't like it to see mouth movements which aren't synced with the actual voice acting, because it makes me want to just skip past cutscenes, because if a cutscene isn't well designed, it's not intriguing or anything like that, then of course you're going to want to skip it, because it would be fucking painful to look at the fucking cutscene. So, yeah, but otherwise,
But that just looks like junk to me.
Otherwise, the graphics of the game is better than Fallout 3. Some people have said that it is not better, but it is clearly better. Although it isn't better by a lot. It is just a little bit better. And it's not on par with any of the other AAA titles that I've already mentioned. And what the fuck am I actually supposed to do in here? Is there anything that I can actually do? Anything that I'm missing? Anything in the drawers? Doesn't look like it. Just looks like a fucking empty room with nothing. I can take the telephone. Okay, well, here's at least one thing that I can unlock. Basically, if you've played Fallout 3 already or Skyrim, then you will immediately notice that the the lockpicking mechanic is exactly the same as in those games. It's quite basic lockpicking mechanic, but it works quite well. I don't have a problem with the way that it works. It's quite cool. I do, however, have to compliment the game on the draw distance. The draw distance is quite impressive. You are able to, at least if you have the draw distance on full, which requires quite a lot out of your PC, but if you have the draw distance on full, then you can see enemies from quite far off, like really quite some distance away. You are able to see enemies. Is that the enemy? Yes. I check that enemy is indeed an enemy each and every time, because I don't want to shoot NPCs, because in this game you can actually shoot friendly NPCs, and once you've shot them, they're dead permanently. There's no way to revive them. So it is not recommended that you go around just shooting willy-nilly. Always rather just press Q, which is the VATS system. Just press Q, and that will allow you to check if an enemy is indeed an enemy or if it's a friendly person. One thing that I do recommend, if you play the game is that you press Q every few seconds, because as soon as an enemy is in your range, then the VATS will activate, and that just allows you to see the enemy, because otherwise enemies actually blend into the background extremely well. Like there, when I pressed Q, it immediately shows me that there is an enemy. But if you don't press Q, you can hardly fucking see that enemy. So that's why pressing Q is recommended every few seconds. So that is at least said without having this helmet modification that I have. Fuck, this thing deals a lot of damage. If you don't have the helmet modification that I have, which makes all of the enemies show up as red, then pressing Q every now and then is highly recommended. So let's quickly check what kind of perks I can get here. Any of my new perks. Oh, okay, so I can become a supreme hacker, which allows me to hack anything in the game, even the most difficult things in the game. And what else? Nothing else can be upgraded, so that means that I must either select a new perk or I must increase my base stats maybe. Let's see, which one of these are pretty cool. There's a few ways how you can play the game. You can play it very diplomatically, which obviously will then be charisma. You can put a lot of things into charisma, and that will allow you to smooth talk your way out of most situations. Let's see, what does this one do? Scope the rifles. No, that's not cool. So you can go the diplomatic route with a lot of charisma and intellect, or you can go the get the fuck out of my way route, where you just basically blow everything that you encounter out of your way. That's basically the route that I went. If I cannot smooth talk raiders or any opponents into going away or giving up or whatever, then I just basically shoot them. And that has worked out very well so far. Basically, if you play without the power armor, then you have very much reduced defenses. Like, my defenses without the power armor is, let's see, let's get out of the power armor. Without the power armor it is 100, 115, okay, and with the power armor it is 1,200, 1,000 and 1,000. So by getting into the power armor, you essentially are 10 times more resilient than what you would be outside the power armor. And I'm actually playing on, I think, the second highest difficulty, just one below the most difficult difficulty. Obviously, if you the differences between the difficulties is on the least difficult difficulty. The NPCs and enemies have much reduced damage and HP. You can shoot them dead with one shot. But on the higher difficulties, what the fuck? Oh, on the higher difficulties, like on this difficulty where I'm now, there is a much higher chance of encountering legendary enemies. And as you've seen already, legendary enemies are much more resilient. Some of the legendary items, enemies I have to shoot like fucking 10 times at least And that's not even the beginning of it. If I encounter a legendary super mutant, then I'm in trouble. I've often been killed by legendary super mutants, because the super mutant, in my opinion, is the most powerful enemy in the entire game. And when you couple the most powerful enemy in the entire game with a legendary, then you are in for some trouble. Basically, as soon as I see a legendary super mutant, I run away from far, and I kill the guy from far, because enemies like these don't deal a lot of damage. Oh, this one is legendary, and you can see I had to fucking shoot him like at least fucking 6 or 7 times, where the other guys are much easier to kill. Like some of them 2 shots. If I shoot him in a headshot, then it's 1 shot, but the legendary guys are 5 or 6 shots. So you could essentially say that the legendary guy is 5 or 6 times, and I just got stuck there for a little while. The legendary guys are 5 or 6 times more powerful in damage and in health than a normal enemy. So that just gives you an idea of what it really means to play on the second most difficult difficulty. And I picked up another legendary item. So yeah, I found that the game is pretty doable on the second most difficulty, and I am actually way more powerful than what an average character would be, I could almost say, because I've specialized in this laser weapon so much you wouldn't believe. Like if you go to my perk chart here, I deal 80% more damage with this laser rifle due to having that, and I penetrate 25% of the target's armor. And then I have another perk here, where's that? This one, where I deal additional 20% extra damage, and I have 20% damage resistance when facing 3 or more opponents. So I essentially deal 100% more damage with the weapon that I've currently equipped. And on top of that, I have made the weapon like the best that it can possibly be. I've put in boosted gamma wave emitter, like fucking everything about this weapon is top of the line. You cannot make this weapon any better than what it could be. Normally, the standard weapon deals 20 damage, and it shoots as fast as what it is currently shooting. So I tripled the damage of the weapon by upgrading it with the gun perk that I showed you guys. So I tripled the damage with this gun nut perk, and then on top of that I deal extra 100 damage to whatever I shoot due to my perks. So do not think that you are going to have such an easy time on this difficulty as what I am having, unless you really specialize with a certain weapon. That's really the only way how you can breeze through a difficulty like this. You need to specialize in a certain weapon, and I've chosen to specialize in this kind of a weapon because this weapon is fucking powerful. It's like really amazingly powerful. I wanted to initially go with the automatic weapons, like with a minigun for instance, but I saw that the minigun runs out of ammo way too quickly. You can use like 1,000 ammo in just a few seconds, like 30 seconds. 1,000, fucking hell. I just took a huge hit. Like within 30 seconds you can use 1,000 ammo, which is fucking crazy with the minigun. So I chose, holy shit, that's powerful, 150 damage. I chose to not go with the minigun because ammo in the game is actually quite expensive. So yeah, and you just saw there I shot him on his arm and his arm flew off. That's another perk that I have. I have increased chance to debilitate my opponents. So yeah, like there where you saw that fucking legendary guy hit me and he essentially brought me down from 100 HP to about 40 HP. Let's just get a bit of light here. By the way, you hold in tab, you press and hold in tab in order to get light. I only noticed that about 20 hours into my gameplay, because they didn't say it at the beginning. They didn't indicate it or say it at the very beginning. So I actually read on a forum that you can put on your light with the tab. You hold in tab. So yeah, it would have been much better if they had just fucking told me that in the tutorial, whatever. But the tutorial is really quite basic. If you haven't played previous Fallout games, then you might have a little bit of difficulty figuring out a lot of the tactics and mechanics that is traditional to Fallout, to the Fallout genre. This guy is a glowing one now. Glowing ones is probably the second strongest thing that you can encounter in the entire game. Let's see, can I even open this guy? No, I cannot. Okay, so fortunately we cannot face him right now, but I'm telling you, glowing ones are ridiculously powerful. Like, a legendary glowing one will probably kill me. That's how powerful they are. So let's see here, can I get past this way in any way? Over here? No. Doesn't seem like there's any way how I can get past. There's probably some other weird way at the back that you have to get in. But my thing is pointing in that direction. Okay, well, let's just go out. Oh, here's a terminal. Okay, I missed this at the beginning. Security door. Open. So you will see this glowing one is extremely powerful. Okay, let's see, is he released now? Yes. Fucking headshot. Okay, he missed fucking twice. Okay, so I was able to deal with the glowing one without much difficulty, but like I said, that thing is fucking powerful. You obviously saw that. Like, normally I would kill something in 2 or 3 hits with this weapon, but that thing took like fucking 50 hits. That just shows you it's like 50 times more powerful than any other enemies. And in fact, a super mutant is even more powerful than the glowing one, but the glowing one is certainly quite powerful. Okay, there's the quest item that we wanted. So now we can go back to the quest giver. And we can see a little bit of how bad the fucking voice acting in the game is. Or the voice syncing, at least. So yeah, this is basically what the game entails. You go from quest to quest, you go into an area, kill everything in that area, and sometimes you need to collect the item. That's basically in the entire game. There's not much else that can be said about it. The game is big, like really big, incredibly big, some people would even say. I would guess that there is at least 300 hours of gameplay in this game, like at least, because I've played now for 30 hours and I've explored basically the entire top part of the map, like all of this, all of that there, and all of that there. And there's still this bottom part of the map here. So basically like the bottom 30% of the map I haven't yet gone through. And I haven't explored all of these locations, like that place, that place, that place, that place, that place. Basically all of the places that aren't, how can I say, fully cleared like that. Is the places that I haven't gone to yet. So I would certainly say that the game is quite massive, and perhaps there's another map also. I'm not too sure if there is another map, because this seems like the only map, but perhaps there would be another map still. I'm not too certain yet, but yeah, this is basically what the game entails. You go into an area, kill everything in that area, and then you return to the quest giver. It's pretty basic, basically exactly the same as what Fallout 3 was. So yeah, that is basically the entire game. And in between all of this quest giving and quest doing and going out and killing guys, you sometimes encounter a glitch, and yeah, it's not a whole lot of fun, to be honest. Some of the glitches are just so debilitating to my enthusiasm for the game, because you want to be challenged and you want to have a nice little challenge with the minions, but so often there will be a legendary opponent or a legendary minion, and it will just stand there with this blank expression on its face, just bugging out. It will just stand there doing nothing, as we've already seen at the beginning. And I mean, a legendary guys in this game is supposed to be a challenge, and it just makes you want to fucking stop playing the game when you see things like that, stupid glitches like that, which could have been quite easily expunged from the game if the developers had just put a little bit more effort and a little bit more time into the game.
Excuse me, Scribe Halen.
I was just thinking about you.
So let's look at some bad voice acting. Perhaps they will do a cutscene.
Here it is.
Great. I'll get this documented and ready to send off. Here's a little something for the trouble. I'm always looking for tech. Once you're ready, come find me.
Look at that, it's not even fucking in sync.
Affirmative.
All right. Areas on your map. Good luck.
Look at that, look! That's fucking ridiculous. She said, look at that, and then, or look at this or whatever, and her mouth didn't even move. Like fucking literally, her mouth didn't even move for half of her sentence. It's ridiculous how fucking out of sync the voice acting in this game is. Let's see if we can see a little bit of more shitty voice syncing.
Extreme prejudice. We don't take prisoners.
What are you doing standing around here? You have your orders.
If you ever feel like thinning the herd, there are plenty of ferals infesting the area.
Well, I do have a quest with this guy. Why doesn't he want to talk to me?
Paladin.
Halen and Reese have plenty to do. See if you can lend them a hand.
Bring that artifact back here
For
as
fuck's
soon as
sake,
possible.
man. Look at this. Data, maliciousness. Report to Paladin Dance. Okay, you see there. That's my quest. Report to Paladin Dance. Okay? And this is Paladin Dance. You see there? Paladin Dance. And when I talk to him...
It's tough being out here in the Commonwealth alone. Hopefully, we can put an end to that soon.
Dance.
The sooner Halen gets that transmitter installed, the better.
He doesn't want to fucking give me a quest or even give me dialogue options. Like fucking, if I talk to these guys, There's fucking dialogue options, but with fucking idiot over there, Paladin Dance, I'm sure is bugged. Just another fucking bug in the game. And you are going to encounter a lot, trust me. Only 2 or 3 bugs that we've seen during this past hour and a half of gameplay. That's really... you guys are lucky. You didn't even see half of the bugs that I normally see during a fucking hour and a half of gameplay. There are so many bugs in this game, it's fucking ridiculous. So, oh, another thing, holy shit, I actually need to show you guys that. But in order to show that to you, I need to find a enemy. How can I say? Hitboxes? I guess it's hitboxes. Oh, that's a whatchamacallit? Super mutant. The hitboxes on this game is fucking shitty. So you see this area here. Let me just test it. Yes. So this area here, this entire fucking area here where you can clearly see there's nothing in the way below the table, okay? This entire area, okay, there it worked, there it fucking worked, but just now, when I shot there, it didn't go past. So let's test it again. There, you see, the bullet isn't going to the fucking place where I want it to go. That's what I'm fucking talking about. The hitboxes or the textures or what the fuck ever it is causing makes it so that you cannot, out of my fucking... Look at this dumb bastard. He doesn't even want to go attack, and that fucking super mutant over there is blasting the shit out of me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, I can shoot through there. Like, some bullets go past and other bullets don't. Look at that. I shot 4 times at exactly the same spot. I didn't move my mouse at all. 4 times I shot there. And on the 4th bullet, it went through. So why the fuck didn't the other 3 bullets go past? That's why I'm saying the texture mapping or what the fuck ever it is on this game is completely broken. And that is one of the reasons why I got stuck once. Like I said, I don't jump over things anymore, because when you jump over stuff, you get stuck. A lot of times you get stuck. Holy shit, is that enemy? No, that's not the enemy. If you press Q and it's yellow at the top, then it's not an enemy. But if it's red, then it's an enemy. That's how you differentiate between enemies and friendly guys. So, you guys saw there, I've often been fucked over by a glitch like that. Like this, for instance, there would be an enemy on the other side of this car, and you would be like, oh yes, I'm just going to fucking shoot through the car. And the bullets don't go through the fucking car. I've encountered that so fucking many times. Just like how we saw right now there. There's a fucking huge gap where I should be able to shoot through, and then the bullets don't go through. Like 80%, 90% of the bullets don't go through. And it doesn't make sense. Why did the first 3 bullets that I shot there at the end go through? Did not go through, and then the very last bullet went through when I shot at exactly the same fucking place. I didn't move my mouse at all. This game is just so fucking random with the glitches. It's crazy, and it's quite infuriating, because like I've said, I've been killed like that before, where I shoot, and then sometimes it goes through, sometimes my bullets don't even hit my target. It's just absolutely fucking crazy. So yeah. How many has it been now? 4 glitches, 5 glitches that we've seen so far in just an hour and a half of gameplay. This game is really riddled with glitches, and I really don't like the fact that Bethesda would have the goal to release a quote-unquote AAA title in this kind of a state, in this kind of a fucking development fiasco that they have, because it's just absolutely shitty to expect your fans to and your clients, or whatever you want to fucking call it, to pay $60 for a title like this that has 20-second load screens and has a shitload of bugs and glitches and stuff. And to be honest, the graphics aren't that impressive. It's really not. I will show you guys now. We will just have a quick look at the graphics. The graphics are really not that impressive. So let's see. Okay, so there's a radiation storm here. This happens every so often. A radiation storm comes and then you get damaged with the radiation every now and then. So if you look at some stuff very closely, then you will see the graphics is quite shitty. Like this, right there, it's not actually indented. You can see it's a flat surface, completely flat surface. But then it has this texturing, like there, it has the texturing of the corrugated steel, but it's not corrugated at all. That is one very shitty method that game developers use to make things look better than what it actually is. Here you can see the thing isn't even fucking close into the ground. It's not even properly into the ground. The clothes is shitty. Like, it doesn't even hold a candle to what the clothes look like in Witcher 3. On Witcher 3, the clothes look fucking amazing and the hair look fucking amazing. But here it's like just dull fucking textures. Like exactly the same as the environment textures. It's really shitty textures. If you would just fucking stand still for a while. Stand still. I'm pressing E and I can't even fucking interact with the bastard.
Heads up.
There, now I can interact with him. You can see his scarf. Stand still, you bastard. You can see his scarf is like fucking just shitty. His mic on his what is walkie-talkie, whatever that thing is on his lapel. It's so fucking low quality, it's not even ridiculous. And you will be able to see it in the cutscenes. Trust me, if you play this game, then you will see during the cutscenes. Although we haven't seen a lot of cutscenes yet, you will see during the cutscenes when they actually zoom in on the face and all of that. The fucking quality of the clothes is extremely shitty. I mean, here you can see it basically.
I understood, and I appreciated your trust in opening up to me like that.
Oh, good. I guess I was more coherent than I thought. It's just, I was ready to give up. I didn't care if I lived or died anymore. At least not for myself. And it was because of you and who you are that turned things around for me. I just wanted to make sure you
Look at that. The fucking scarf, the hair, the oh, you can romance people in the game, by the way, but
I'm glad you decided
unfortunately I don't have enough charisma.
The world needs more people like you.
Well, now you're making me embarrassed.
Look at that, the
I
mic
hope I
on
didn't make you
his
too uncomfortable telling you
on his
all.
shoulder.
I just felt like it needed to be said, you know. I guess we should get back to it, huh?
It's just like the fucking quality of the environment is so shitty, it's ridiculous. So yeah, but I will say one thing, that the crafting system in the game is pretty cool. I quite like the crafting system. Let me actually show you guys the crafting system quickly. Let's go to my beginning place again. And like stuff like this, the loading screens, this isn't how the fucking NPC in the game really looks. The enemies don't really look like that. This is fucking high detail. They don't really look like that in the fucking game. I don't know why they couldn't put this model that they show right here into the fucking game. Okay, so for instance here, look at that. It's like the thing isn't even attached to the fucking building. It's like so, how can I say, haphazardly done that so many fucking things are just floating in the middle of the air. You can actually build a building that floats in the middle of the air. Like this one, you see there, it's floating in the air. I can actually shoot underneath the building. And you're only supposed to build these buildings on flat surfaces. And, well, what else? There's so many things. If I can only think about things that I can actually show you guys. That leg right there, it's not even on the fucking floor. A lot of the shit, like the environment, I don't know what texture thing or texture pack or whatever they used. Look at that, it's clipping right through. This entire thing, the entire turret is clipping right through the roof there. I don't know what kind of texture engine or graphics engine they used for this game, but it is most certainly not the one that they used for their other games, like for Skyrim, for instance. In Skyrim, you never saw shit like this. Textures clipping and things just hanging in the air like that. I mean, fucking look at that shit. It's fucking ridiculous. This thing isn't even touching the fucking ground there. It's ridiculous how bad the textures are aligned. They didn't even do the effort of aligning the textures. I thought I built closed here. Didn't I build closed? Maybe not. But yeah, some of the buildings and the trees float like there. You can see that edge of the tree there. I can actually shoot the ground behind the tree. It's not even fucking connected to the ground. It's just really, really badly done. Just about everything. If you actually go look closely, you will see so many fucking mistakes. And if you ignore it and just look from a distance, then sure, the game looks pretty good. The sky does look amazing. I really like the way the sky looks, but look at this whole fucking building here. I can actually shoot far under the fucking building. I mean, they couldn't even mold the buildings to the ground. I mean, they allow you to build buildings, then why don't they make sure that it looks nice and everything is nice and flush and nice and no things standing out and all of that? But no, they couldn't just spend another month or so in order to do that little bit of extra work. So here I can't craft while I'm in power armor, of course. Here I'm just going to show you guys the crafting system quickly, which is actually quite cool. I actually like the crafting system. So this is the armor crafting system, where you can make enhancements to your armor. So let's say for my chest piece, I can make all of these how can I say, adjustments or enhancements to my standard armor. So when it is standard without the enhancement, then it has 27 defense and 27 electrical defense. And then you can put in any of these additional enhancements in order to increase it. So like here, it goes to 34-34. So it goes from 27-27 to 34-34. So then it consumes a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of how can I say, materials, and then it adds that thing there. It adds the enhancement to your armor. And all of my armor is already enhanced. I just enhanced my chest a little bit more, but all of my stuff is already enhanced. And then if you look at the gun crafting, you will see that you can make a whole bunch of different crafting stuff. You can actually change the scope, the stock, the barrel, the base emitter, which is basically where the bullets come from, and then the focuser at the front. And that's just with this weapon, which has 5 parts. With other weapons you can actually change more stuff. Like with a missile launcher there's only 3. Let's see, this one there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that you can change. So this one has 6 modifications that you can make, or customizations or whatever. With this pistol you can add a silencer to the front of the barrel, you can add a scope, you can add a bayonet, basically a whole bunch of shit that you can add. So yeah, I really quite like the crafting system in the game. Unfortunately the fat man stays the fat man. Can't change anything about the fat man. But I really quite like the fat man just as it is. It's an awesome weapon, although I don't use it all that much because, as you guys have seen already, my laser weapon is quite fucking badass. So yeah guys, I don't know what else I can really show you guys. In my opinion the graphics is really not all that good. It is certainly not deserving of a AAA title graphics. It's not even close to the graphics that Metal Gear Solid 5 or Witcher 3 has. The gun models are fucking massive. I mean, look at that. They really should have reduced the gun model sizes. The AI is fucking retarded. I mean, you guys have seen the AI just standing there allowing me to shoot it. So, and I'm playing on the second most difficult setting that this game has. So I mean, I would only expect the AI to be a little bit less retarded on the most difficult setting, but still it's fucking ridiculous how dumb the AI is. It's really no challenge at all. Although the good things about the game is the amount of content that there is. There's really a lot of content. Like I've said, I would guess that you would be able to get hundreds of hours of gameplay out of this game. Will all 100 of those hours be fun? Perhaps not. You perhaps would get bored after a while, but yeah, that's just how it goes. This game won't probably entertain you for all the gameplay that it provides, but yeah, that's how it goes. The game choices that you make really do matter during dialogue, although we haven't seen much of it now, but during dialogue you actually do get choices that matter. You can choose to kill someone, or to not help someone, or to help someone, or to give someone caps like gold or money or whatever. So your choices really do matter. And then yeah, there's a lot of content in the game, and the crafting system is also actually quite cool. So yeah, your choices matter, the amount of content that you get, and the crafting system and bunch of different weapons is really cool. But apart from that, I don't really think that this game at all deserves to charge people $60 and to be called a AAA title, because in my opinion this game is not at all a AAA title. Like for instance, like I said at the beginning, the gaming sites, quote unquote review sites, which I don't even call them review sites, have given this game 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10 and 10 out of 10, which is absolutely ridiculous. Because when you go look on Steam, because of course Steam is user reviews, me or you or anyone can go on Steam and review the game and give the game a score out of 10. And if you go on Steam, the scores are an average of 7. Now 7 is a whole fucking lot less than 10. That's fucking certain. So it just goes to show you that these quote-unquote game review sites are talking a bunch of bullshit, because how can they give a game 10 out of 10 when the actual people who play the game and who are the actual fans of the Fallout saga give the game 7 out of 10. And Fallout 3 actually got way more than 7 out of 10. Fallout 3 was reviewed much higher than what Fallout 4 was. So that just gives you guys an idea of how bad of a installment this game is. It's not at all such a good installment as what Fallout 3 was to the genre. So if this game released a few years ago, then sure, it would have been an excellent game. It would have been deserving of 10 out of 10, but this game doesn't hold a candle against games like Witcher 3 or Metal Gear Solid or the newest Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto 5 or nothing like that. So yeah, in my opinion, the final verdict for this game is that unless you already own all of the other AAA titles that were released in 2015, like Metal Gear Solid, Witcher 3, Call of Duty 5, Grand Theft Auto 5, unless you already own all of those titles and have played all of those titles, then I do not recommend that you buy this game. If you do own all of those other games and you've already played all of those other games and you don't have anything else to play and you don't really care about throwing away $60, then sure, go ahead and buy this game. It's $60 that will give you a mediocre amount of entertainment. I will probably stop playing the game after, I would say, another probably 30 hours, I would say. I really wouldn't have the fucking mental fortitude to be able to bear another like 100 hours of these glitches. I've only really pushed through to 30 hours of gameplay with this game in order to do this review. I think another 30 hours or so of the game-breaking bugs and stupid fucking AI that this game has to offer me really wouldn't be... I really wouldn't be able to make it through all of that. So yeah, that's basically it. That's my verdict for the game. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Ah, Hero, we were just talking about you.
This burden falls to you. Join me. We don't have much time.
Thank you. It's the least you can do to support this. The Alliance needs heroes like you more than ever.
I thank you.